Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. How USAID funded Boko Haram, as revealed by Scott Perry, United States lawmaker, is what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you're new to my channel, I have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. A United States lawmaker, Scott Perry, has accused the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, of funding terrorist organizations, including Boko Haram, ISIS, and Al-Qaeda. Perry, a Republican from Pennsylvania, United States, made these claims during the first hearing of the subcommittee on delivering on government efficiency, or DOGE, the Economist reported. He said, "Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus shipments of cash funds to madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS, Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it is, funding." Now, am I surprised of this information? I'm not very surprised. I'm not surprised about it, because if you see the rate that Boko Haram grew in strength under the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan, you will know that the ragtag Boko Haram that was operating at that time couldn't have been able to do what they are doing if they don't have external support. There's no way they could have the audacity of doing what they did. Things that Nigerians thought could not be done. Suicide bombings, what have you. But it is interesting that these things happen under the Democratic Party. Nigerian politicians, they love Democratic Party. They love the Democratic Party in America. It was like a religion to them. Many of them are financial contributors to Democratic Party, to the funding of presidential candidates. Even Obama, some Nigerians mobilized fund for Obama to raise enough fund to become president of the United States. But look at what they got. Under Obama administration, Biden, they promoted destabilization of Nigeria. That's what this report is all about. So Boko Haram was used to make sure that the government of Jonathan was destroyed. Look at it. It was Boko Haram that kidnapped the Chibok girls. It was the Chibok girls that kidnapped, that led to that led to the campaign to release the Chibok girls, which became an international event to the level that Michelle Obama was among those who were promoting it on Twitter. All to demonize Jonathan. And to cap it all, remember that within that period, the administration of Barack Obama, Nigeria was begging them to declare Boko Haram a terrorist organization. They were food dragging. America was food dragging before they could put Boko Haram, classify it as a foreign terrorist organization. America, we are literally begging America to do that. That should tell you something. Americans were seeing the number of deaths emanating from activities of Boko Haram, but they were reluctant in classifying it as a foreign terrorist organization. It took a lot of push before that could be possible. Remember, within that same period, as Boko Haram was increasing in strength and in audacity, Nigeria was looking for arms all over the world. Do you know what happened? The United States government under Barack Obama, the Democratic Party, placed ban on sale of weapons to Nigeria. It's not that they only place a ban on Nigeria. They place a ban on any of, American equipment producers who produce some parts of the weapons, whether it's airplane or whatever, fighter jet, anywhere American component is, they slammed the same ban on Nigeria. Nigeria was literally crawling on the ground looking for arms to fight Boko Haram. Yes, it was that bad. That was what led to the scandal that a prominent pastor was found with money in a plane to go and buy arms in black market from South Africa. You know that scandal. You know it. It was leaked. Everything was leaked to make Jonathan look bad, to make him look incompetent. The media were celebrating it. What was the pastor doing with the jet? What was this and that? Nigeria was pushed to the wall, allegedly. They now started looking for black market to get arms to fight Boko Haram. But America has the equipment we needed. They didn't give to us. In fact, that ban on selling equipment to Nigeria under the Lear's law in America, which banned the sale of equipment to any military operation in which the human rights of people are being violated. That law remained in place, that ban on Nigeria, against Nigeria remained in place until Donald Trump, during his first term. It was Donald Trump that did away with the Lear's law and sold 6 to Kanu jet. That's why when I see Nigerians condemning Trump, feeling that Democrats are their friends, I laugh at them because of their ignorance. It was Donald Trump that set aside the Lear's law and sold 6 to Kanu jet to Muhammad Buhari after his visit at the White House. But what was of interest to Obama was to ensure that Jonathan was removed from power. That one, they brought out all the arsenal, including sending David Axelrod, one of his political strategists, to come to Nigeria and camp with the APC, and came up with a strategy to ensure that Jonathan was defeated. In fact, the slogan APC change was coined by Americans, by the American consultant sent to the APC by Obama. And what was the result? The APC came to power. And today, things have fallen apart. And the center can no longer hold. Nigeria is in a doldrums. America has gotten what it wants. Nigeria to be on its knees. So with a combination of Boko Haram support, allegedly, from what we have now heard, and Nigeria should be thanking Donald Trump, because if Donald Trump had not come to power, there will be no DOGE, there will be no committee, there will be no revelation, there will be no call for USAID to be reviewed. The Donald Trump that they hate, they love to hate, has opened their eyes. Can they really see? Are they still blinded by their love for Democratic Party in America, despite what is being opened up now? So you can see the systematic destruction of Nigeria by the Obama administration. And it didn't end there. When the Obama administration overthrew or instigated the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi in Libya, that incident also created a lot of instability in Nigeria, because with the Libyan strongman out of the way, Libya collapsed. Because Libya used to be like a buffer in handling armed shipments around the sub-region. Because when there was stability in Libya, there was a bit of stability in the Sahel. But once Gaddafi was killed at the instigation of the Americans, at the instigation of the Obama administration, don't forget, Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State at that period. Now, Libya became open field. As I talk to you now, there are several people claiming to be, there are several governments. You don't know which government is in charge in Libya. That was the creation of the Democratic Party. That was the creation of the Obama administration. Now, with leadership vacuum created by Muammar Gaddafi's death, arms began to flow into Nigeria and other Sahel countries. And today, no place is safe in Nigeria again. And you cannot discuss that matter without mentioning the role of Americans in seeing to the death of Muammar Gaddafi. So America under Obama, Biden, they are not the friends of Nigeria. In fact, it is the man that they love to hate, Donald Trump, that has really shown to be a true friend of Nigeria. He was able to give arms to Kano jets to Nigerian military to fight Boko Haram. He did that. He has now exposed what USAID are alleged to have been doing in Nigeria. That should be a lesson for Nigerians to learn, if truly we are a country that is in tune with learning. I don't know what to think about my analysis of what the Americans had done from the alleged sponsorship or support of Boko Haram to the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. How that these incidents have crippled this country, including Obama's support for the APC and supplying them with consultants that helped to defeat Jonathan. All this combined to make it very clear that Nigeria is on its knees today because Obama and the Democrats instigated it through what is now being told, what we're now being told about the funding of Boko Haram by the United States, USAID. I don't know what to think about this, but whatever is your position, let's hear from you. What do you think? How do you see the way that Boko Haram was able to grow in strength, the Chibok girls' abduction and everything, and then the eventual fall of Jonathan, and the rise of Muhammad Buhari, who eventually crippled this country with his economic mismanagement, and it has now gotten to the level of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Nigeria is literally on its needs. What do you have to say? Let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.